That is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in Gapanga Swamp. Hoot, indeed. There's a lot of goodies in that little quote there. For one, the owl didn't think you were real. There's actually more to it than you might think, and we will get to that later on in the game. He also gives us directions to our next destination, which is Gapanga Swamp, and it is north of Mabe Village. So that's where we will be going, but first let's make a quick stop in Mabe Village. Oh no! Hey buddy, it's serious. Yeah, really serious. Yeah, it is. The Moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of Moblins. Then, it is for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with Moblins. So I mean, It might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. I always love that exchange between Link and the 2 kids. Head on over to Bow Wow's house and oh no, Bow Wow is gone. Head inside and speak with Bow Wow's owner, Madame Meow Meow, and she explains more of what we know. They came and they took Bow Wow, and actually she refers to it as Bow Wow being dog-napped. And I still can't get over the fact that they actually refer to Bow Wow as a dog. It's a freaking chain chomp. Anyway, we have to head north to Gapanga Swamp, and in order to do so, we have to head through the mysterious forest once again. There really is nothing new we can do in the mysterious forest yet. There are a few like these stone blocks here, but we can't lift them up yet. We will be coming back to the mysterious forest soon, in fact after the next dungeon, where we will be able to get numerous little goodies. But for now, just head through the mysterious forest and exit it at the top right corner. And now that we have the Rock's Feather, we can jump over this gap and get the 3rd piece of heart, which we saw earlier. Then just jump over the gap to enter the Gapanga Swamp. You can't actually get to the main part of the swamp yet, so just head east. You can talk to the owl statue and it says, "The windfish in name only, for it is neither." And this is a very mysterious statement, and we will get into it much later in the quest. Head right a couple screens to enter the camera shop, and this is one of the completely optional side quests that was only in the DX version of Link's Awakening. Basically, there is a mouse who is a photographer, and he will take pictures of Link. He will take this initial picture, plus you will bump into him throughout your quest at various instances, and he will take more pictures. Over to the left here is a journal which shows all of the pictures that you have collected throughout the quest. And there are 12 you can get in total, although there are 13 different pictures you can actually take. This initial picture, when he first asks you, "Do you want to take a picture?" you could just say yes, and the mouse will take a photograph, and it shows Link all happy with his little peace sign, everything. However, there is an alternative here. Whenever he asks you to take a picture initially, you could say no, and then he gets very aggressive with you, and just keep responding no, 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 over around, and eventually the mouse will shove you against the back of the room and take a picture anyway while Link is on the ground. It's pretty cool, but what this will do is it substitutes the initial picture. You can't actually get both pictures. I actually did a flash in the video where it's either one or the other. You can never get both of them. So there are only 12 you can get in total, but there are 13 you can possibly get, if you know what I mean. Basically what these pictures are, there was a peripheral on the Game Boy at the time known as the Game Boy printer, and it plugged into your Game Boy, and it actually allowed you to print pictures from the Game Boy. And it was very gimmicky, like in hindsight when we look back at it, but at the time I guess it was like, I don't know, they were just experimenting with new technology. Didn't really catch on, and there was only maybe about 24 or so games that actually had support. So I will be showing you all the pictures throughout the quest though. Head left 2 screens and enter the cave we previously passed up, and this is the Moblin hideout. Who is this suspicious looking runt? Okay boys, let's get rid of him. There's basically a series of rooms with a bunch of moblins. That one had a sorted moblin, and this room had 4 regular moblins. Defeat them, and then head to this right where we will meet the Great Moblin. You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get me, but it is I who will get you. This will trigger an overworld boss battle of sorts, where you will face off with the Great Moblin. The Great Moblin will toss arrows at you, but you can just avoid them by moving up and down, or you can use your shield to easily deflect them. The Moblin will dash at you, and just move out of the way, and the Moblin will hit its head against the wall, and it will stun itself. This will give Link the opportunity to slash at him with your sword. Just do this as many times as you can, and the Moblin will be defeated. It will leave a fairy behind, so pick it up and head right, and yay, it's Bow Wow! You've saved Bow Wow! What a fearsome beast! I always like that quote, it's so random and out of the blue. But now that we have Bow Wow, he basically acts as a companion of sorts. He is on a leash, so he's almost always attached to Link, and whenever you get near an enemy, Bow Wow will actually eat the enemy, which is kind of cool. And we actually need Bow Wow in order to gain access to the next dungeon. Head back to the Mysterious Forest and defeat the Moblins and the Zol in these next couple screens. You can actually, if you wait long enough, Bow Wow will actually eat the enemies. It seems a bit, I wouldn't say random, but sometimes Bow Wow is very aggressive when it comes to eating, attacking these enemies, while other times he seems almost reluctant to do so. Anyway, head to the northwest corner of the Mysterious Forest, then exit it to the north, and then we can head east to get to the Gapanga Swamp. There's a new enemy here known as a like, which Bow Wow just gobbled up. This is a classic Zelda enemy that was in the original Legend of Zelda, and it basically serves the same purpose. If the like gets close enough to Link, it will actually gobble Link up. And if Link is inside the like for an extended period of time, it will eat up Link's shield. So if you do get captured by a like, just quickly mash the buttons in order to escape its grasp basically, and you won't lose your shield. So navigate through the swamp, defeating the enemies. You'll notice I ran into a couple new enemies. There are Gapanga flowers and giant Gapanga flowers, and you can't defeat them in any way other than allowing Bow Wow to gobble them up. So head to the northeast corner of the swamp and have Bow Wow gobble up these Gapanga flowers, and this will reveal the entrance to the second dungeon, Bottle Grotto. So join me for the next section of this walkthrough where we will tackle the next dungeon.